And I'm live. Good morning. You're crooked. How are you guys? Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You are in our Stitchuation room, a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where we just kind of hang out and do whatever we want in here. If you're new, please let us know in the chat. You do need a Google account in order to be able to enter into the chat and visit with everybody. Or you can leave a comment below the video if you're just watching. And while you're here, the best thing you can do for this channel is to give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. It's free to you and great for me. Let me get my coffee over here. Oh my goodness, we got back from the coast yesterday, no problem at all. And Miss Frito had a vet appointment this morning at 8 o'clock, but she was still not herself yesterday. So I called and they were able to get her in yesterday afternoon. And I think we found the problem and she's going to be good as new in just a little bit. So she's better this morning already. So isn't a vet wonderful? A good vet. Anyway, let me get a sip of the coffee here. This is my mug from Glory. Glory hangs in the chat. It says, hit the thumbs up button. I love that. Thank you, Glory. I got an email from Phyllis yesterday. She said, I've cut out your subscribe sticker to put on your other coffee mug. I said, oh, hallelujah. So that's on the way. Thank you, Phyllis. I'm so excited. Oh. Okay. Let me see here. I got to get this on. These Contigo mugs. This is a Contigo, that brand. This stays hot. I mean, it's hot. Hot, hot. Yeah. So Frito wants to come say hello. Frito, you want to come here, sweetie? What are we doing? Good morning, Frito. What is that? Good morning, baby. Say hello to everybody. Yes. Hi, sweet girl. Okay. She saw me get the little goldfish out. She says, I know there's goldfish in there, and she's not giving them to me. Hey, Betty Boop. Oh, my goodness. Betty Boop is working on the mystery block from Sweet Pea, and she sent me a picture yesterday of this little house. It's so cute. So, so cute. Is anybody else in here doing that? Let me see. I can pull up a picture of it. She's such a good embroiderer. Chat. Yeah. Hold on a second here. I just think this is adorable. Look at that. That's one of the blocks from the Sweet Pea Mystery Stitch Along. See the bunny in the wheelbarrow? How cute. How cute is this? So cute. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Frito Bandito, that's her name. Yep. Anyway, so you guys are going to stitch along with me. I'm still in the middle of making the Happy Halloween quilt videos for y'all. That is going to be a sew along that starts May 8th when we leave for our cruise with Designs by Juju for Sew and Sail. And we're going to be gone, I don't know, 10 days or so. And so a video is going to release every day to keep you guys. I need you guys to get your Power Tools with Thread fix, right? So where do you email to get the Merry Christmas kit? Oh, we don't have a kit yet. It's going to be Two Chicks Quilting. They are going to do it. I've talked to them. They are going to do it. They're going through and looking. See, the thing with putting together a quilt kit for these kinds of projects is they have to choose fabrics that are not part of a line. So in the quilting fabric world, let me back this up or back me up. In the quilting fabric world, they have fabrics that are always available. You know, they never run out of them. The manufacturers perpetually keep those going. It's usually blenders, solids, you know, grunges, that kind of thing. So they'll keep those lines going all the time. And they're ones that quilters use as background fillers and whatever. And then you have the designers that create a line of fabric. Well, those lines are only printed and manufactured so long. They have a shelf life. And once they're gone, they're gone. And the problem with doing, it's not really a problem, but a consideration when you're doing a quilt kit is that if you use up all of that line or all of that colorway or all of that thing and it's gone, you can't get any more of it. And if quilters want more kits, you're stuck. So right now, I know Nicole is keeping an eye out for the various shades of reds that will go together to make the different, can she get enough of the white background fabric? Can all of that. So these are things, and they do a fabulous job of doing that, because I know they sold over 250 kits for Happy Halloween. That, in the quilting world, you guys, that is huge. That's huge. That's like fat quarter shop level of selling a kit. So, they just want to make sure that they can do this. Because when I did the Designs by Juju Scarecrow, and they put together the little kit that had the cute little gingham orange and yellow, orange, and whatever shirt for the Scarecrow, they sold out of that like the first day. And then they were scrambling, looking for more like fabric. They had Jean from Before It's a Quilt, when her store was still open, she brought a bolt up, and they had to pilfer from Quilter's Patch in Victoria, Texas. So, the quilt shop owners all helped as best they could to get that fabric for the shirt. That's why it said on there, we're going to get as close as we can, but we can't guarantee that your kit's going to look exactly like Becky's. So they've learned their lesson, and they're going to choose fabrics that are not part of a line, so that they can get more from the man. And the last one that we did, this Happy Halloween quilt, they needed so much of it, they couldn't even go through the distributor. They had to go directly to the fabric manufacturer to ask them if they could order as much as they needed. I think it was for the borders, for the black with the purple dots on the borders. But yeah, and they have, it's a wonderful thing. It's not just, it's the PTWT effect, Free Spirit says. I'm just here to help the industry. That's what I'm doing. I love it. PT Nation. Yeah, PTWT Nation rules. I love it. I love it. So, but she's doing that. And you've got to be able to think about, okay, if we get these kits together for this particular time, they still have to order the lines and the other things that they need to run their store for the holiday season, right? So there's that too. But anyway, it's interesting. I'm a bit of a nerd about that, and I like to know the back end of the fabric manufacturing business and how it all works and all the parts and pieces. That's one thing I like about So Yeah Quilting on their channel. Those guys will go around. Brody does. He'll go around to the different manufacturers and take tours of their warehouses and all that. It's the same thing I did at Kimberbell. I want to peel back the layers and get in there and look. And if you haven't seen it, I've got a video on my channel from back in 2021 when Keith and I went up to Idaho. And I actually stopped at Kimberbell up in Logan, Utah. And Kim took me through their process and their workshop and their warehouse and all that. It was very, very cool. I just love that part of it. So good. Yeah, nerds are cool. Thank you, Vicki. That's right. We are cool. So I just enjoy knowing how all that stuff works. Yeah, I'm an influencer. There you go. That's right. I know. So this morning, I was going to stitch out the Werewolf. I got the video shot for it yesterday. I've got a little bit more editing to do on the whole Embrilliance part. And I'll tell you, my software drives me bats because I'll speed up, like as the scan and cut is going around and cutting all of nobody wants to watch that. It's like paint drying, right? So I'll speed it up. But what ends up happening on the rest of the clips is the audio and video behind that clip that gets sped up, they get off sync. So I'm talking about something and you can hear it but the actual action I'm talking about happened either 10 frames before, 10 frames after, and frustrating, crazy frustrating. I'll get it. This is my life. This is what I go through in my life. Okay. You're watching the Scan and Cut. I like watching the Scan and Cut magic too, especially when I'm cutting out all of these pieces. All of these. This is for little Mr. Werewolf here. And it says, I'll be done in under 2 minutes. And I'm like, yay. I'm so glad. You guys, this hair and all of that. Oh my goodness. Someone asked in the Facebook group about if you turn this into like a cuddly quilt and you wash it, will it fray? So if you're using either Heat and Bond Light or Hot Fix adhesive, that kind of seals the threads on these. And then it's going to have the blanket stitch going all around it. You should not get a lot of fraying at all. Now, on my white pieces, and I'm finding this to be true most of the time, maybe because my blade has been really put to work lately, but the white pieces have SF-101 adhered to the back of the white fabric. And then, so I put that on and cut that out. And then I put that whole piece on Heat and Bond Light. Okay. So it's got a thicker depth. This is a thicker depth than this piece, which just has Heat and Bond Light on it. It's not two pieces. This is 2, fabric and Heat and Bond Light. This is 3, fabric, SF-101, and Heat and Bond Light. So the blade doesn't always cut completely through. Now, you see those little teeth right there? That's not a bad thing because those teeth are going to stay in this until I'm ready to stitch them down. So that's very handy because the little pieces have a tendency to grow legs. You guys know how I drop stuff all the time. Yeah. What? No, SF-101 only goes on the back. Yeah, we only put it on the back. I only put it on the back. I wouldn't put it on the front. Okay. So what I've got to do, though, is shoot the part of the video where the embroidery machine is doing its thing. And I take the sound out of that and make it a little faster. I speed it up like 15 times. And then I throw music on top of it, right? So do I wash my SF-101? No. You don't want to wash it, Wanda. You'll wash all the adhesive off. If you need to pre-shrink your SF-101, just lay it out and steam it. Hold an iron above it and steam it, and it'll do its thing as it dries. It'll draw up, okay? And I think it only draws up in one direction. But don't wash it. That defeats the purpose completely. The auto blade needs the fabric to be all the same thickness. Yes, Patricia, it does. So if you ever watch your Scan and Cut when it gets ready to start cutting, that the blade will come over and it'll do a depth test. You'll see it come over and go, right? And it'll stop and push the blade down so it figures out where the mat is. And then because you scanned it and with the fabric on it, so you know where your pieces go, it'll jump to a piece of the fabric and then it'll do a depth test on that one. So that second test is where it knows, okay, here's how hard I need to, here's the pressure I need to cut out whatever is on the mat. So if you have different thicknesses of things on the mat, it won't work, right? Oh, you cut them separately, Kim? That's fine. It's no big deal either way. Y'all, I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Oh, so I have another camera here. Ta-da. And it is pointing right at the embroidery hoop. So when I get to stitching, thank you for all the blessings. Ugh. No, Tessie, I don't know where there might be any 650 blades. If they don't have them on Amazon, that's kind of it. I don't know, or Etsy. Those would be the only place I would think you could find those. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That was a mouse sneeze. Well, y'all don't want to hear it. So let me put my hoop in and get it going. Because, you know, it might say it takes 15 minutes. You need to double that for regular embroidery and triple that for applique, pretty much. So I got my fabric right here. So this is a 9x14 hoop. Let me turn on my iron. Oh, I don't need that on yet. Hold on. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this in. And I've just got a piece of batting laying on it. And I put a basting box on my design. So you guys don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I do. And I run the basting box twice so that it gives me a placement line for my fabric and then a placement line to hold that down. Chris, thank you so much for your super sticker, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Very nice. Thank you. So, oh, Scotty Dog's in the kitchen, waffles, bacon, sausages, and berries. That's wonderful. As you're wandering around, go over there and hit that thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. There's coffee and juice. Make yourself at home. That's just something fun, y'all. We're just having a good time. There's always a kitchen at a stitching retreat. Somebody left a comment and said, I just do not get that whole retreat. That's that kitchen. What is that? If you go to a retreat somewhere, there will be a kitchen and there's always good stuff in there. So awesome. Killian's ready. She got her scan and cut Saturday, rocking and rolling. Okay. I'm going to go to embroidery on this. You guys can't see what I'm doing. And you got your Keith Ripper. Yay, Pam. Good for you. And I'm going to go to the pocket for memory. And I got them on the USB. Oh, that's the background quilting without the basting box. Man. Well, let me put the background quilting in till it's set. And then will it let me baste? I'm sure it will. Edit. Didn't we go through this already once, y'all? Oh, I am not going to fiddle with this. I'm going to tell it. I need the basting box. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for just a second. I'm going to send that design over from, maybe I have it here on this laptop. Let me pull up Embrilliance and see if it's in here. And then I don't have to do that, right? Let me see here. So I think I figured out my memory issues on my other big desktop. I kind of filled it up and I had to get a 5 terabyte external hard drive and move everything over that. I also took a whole bunch of, I'm going to keep my working video files on my D drive. My D drive is totally empty. So I put, I know, tech, you guys, I know. Let me see. I had it on this laptop before. It might pull up 8x12 background quilting basting box. Yes, there it is. Okay, let me send that to utility, Wi-Fi to brother, baby lock. Okay. So let's see if that works. That would be handy. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to hit delete on here and okay. File sent to machine. Woohoo. You got to love that. Love it. Love it. Okay. Happy Tuesday. Finally on chat this morning. Hi, Susan. Glad you made it. Let me see. Pocket and wireless. There it is. Background quilting with my basting box. Set. Is that it? Yeah, I see 2 stitches. Okay, that's it. Then I'm going to do an ad, and it's on the USB, the Werewolf. He's so handsome. Oh my goodness, I can't stand it. Set. You guys, this guy, you can't see him because everything is in the way here. I'm on limited space. Yeah. Where's my thing? Check him out. It's hard to see with the background quilting in the basting box there. You're heading to Texas tomorrow? Yay. Welcome to the homeland. Okay. Okay. I need to just touch the embroidery button here. All right. Now, you guys are seeing the behind the scenes minutia. Let me put this camera right here and get it working and turn it on. I got to turn this so I can see what it's looking at. And hit record. Okay. And we're ready to go. Uh-oh. I need to change my thread color. Let me do that. Almost. I almost got it, right? Bring that up. Ooh, you guys. Beautiful drive yesterday coming back from the coast. Enjoyed that very much. And all the wildflowers are pretty much gone, but it was still very nice. Beautiful day yesterday in Texas, South Texas. Very nice. We only got 1/4 of an inch of rain from all the storms. We were on the tail end of it. And Bonnie and Ron were with us last week. He said he got 9.5, something like that. Okay. So in Brilliance, it's either in Brilliance or the embroidery machine. I'm not sure which. What is that? Something big just pulled up outside my door. What is it, Frito? Oh. There's a delivery of some sort, you guys. Get ready for Frito to bark. Y'all, let me get my husband. It's a pedestal for my new washer. Hold on a second. Look out, Frito. Hello. Hi there. Yeah, hi. Just a second. Let me get my husband. Okay. Hey, Keith, the pedestal's here. Will you handle it? I'm live. I dropped my collar point. So this is my life, you guys. We're live, and the delivery guys are here with the pedestal for my washing machine. So I'm like, can you handle that? What did I do with all my pieces? Where did they go? They're right here.
You got a visitor? What's going on, guys?
There it is. There's my life. So if you're brand new to embroidery, basting boxes are very handy if you're doing these kinds of projects. Let me see. I'm gonna put these guys back over here. Oh, there they are. I'm like, what happened to my pieces? So if you need to make sure you got enough, your fabric in the right place. Okay. So I'm going to fold it lengthwise, and I'm just looking at the boundary of the edge of the basting box and making sure I have about the same amount, okay, on either end. So then I know that that's going to fit. And then this way you can fold it up. Okay, and I'm a little shy over here. I've got more on the other side, so I'm going to pull it over this way. Just so everything is nice and even and I make sure I have enough. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, these guys are early. Well, we live a little bit out from town, and so they probably decided to start here and work their way back in towards San Antonio. It's probably the way that worked. So that's how you can really easily make sure that the fabric's going to work and make it. Oh, wait a minute. Don't want to do that. I'm going to go cut, cut that. I want to go back on my, I'm going to go into my needle plus minus button and go backwards because I want to run that basting box one more time. There. Of course, while I'm live, right? They usually say they'll be there between 8 and whatever. They give you that nice 4-hour window. So, oh, you're on a diet and you lost 3 pounds since Sunday. Good for you, Teresa. Woo, I cut this one pretty skimpy on the width. That was before I figured out what I was doing with the rest of them. The rest of them, in the kit, they send you this big length and width of fabric, right? So I just trimmed off the selvages, trimmed off the fold, and then cut the other 2 pieces in half, and that was plenty big. There we go. So what happened was I ordered the wrong size pedestal for the washing machine. I ordered a 29 instead of the 27. So when the guys brought them both here Friday last, it didn't fit. So they had to take it back. They gave me a refund from Home Depot. They gave me a refund. And thank you, Bernadette. Yeah, this color purple, this is a grunge. So they gave me the refund and I ordered another one. And none of this would have happened if the salesman at Home Depot would have said, hey, do you want a pedestal for this? I would have said, of course. I'm 5'9". I can't reach down that far. Y'all, to get up in that washer and reach underneath, I have to hang upside down like a bat. Now, lots of questions about assembly of this quilt. And there's a couple of different ways you can do this. If you don't want to do the background quilting, let's say you just want to make your blocks like a regular quilt, then you would just do the no-show mesh in your hoop, and that's it. And put the applique on your blocks, and then put all your blocks together with the sashing just like a regular quilt. And then you can send it to a long armor or long arm it yourself or quilt it on your domestic or whatever it is you want to do. You could do it any number of ways, okay? The thing about doing the background quilting in the hoop is then I would use the Trimmer by George and I'm going to assemble it like a quilt as you go type of thing, right? Can I still buy the Halloween quilt? You can get the pattern. Sure, you can get, yeah. You can get the pattern. I don't know if they still have kits available, Debbie. Let's see. So, you know, you don't have to do it this way. I'm just doing it this way for those who are going to. And I'll explain that. The very first video is going to be about, okay, you know, here's how I manage my fabric. Here's how I put heat and bond on the back of the fabric. Here's how, you know, the basics. Here's how I create the background quilting for the 9x14. Here's how I'm doing it for the 8x12. Here's how I'm doing it for the 6x10, or how you would do it for a 6x10. Okay, so you'll have a lot of options in there to do whatever you want. But if you have a 6x10 hoop and you decide that you don't want to do the background quilting, then you can certainly just put together the werewolf. The majority of these blocks, this is the largest piece in the applique, and this will fit in a 6x10 hoop. So you can do it. Just a matter of, kind of chewing on it a little while and going, okay, I think I can do this. What are you looking for the links? What links? Let's see. Okay, so let me show you guys about finding links. I saw something earlier on that. I can't find a link below. What does she mean? So let me pull up my YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. So when I say it's in the link below, you staring at my ear? I'm sorry. Here, you guys can watch this. Okay. So let me go to present and share screen. Now, it depends on the device that you're on. It's difficult. It's harder to find stuff if you're on a phone. Okay. Let me show you. When I say there's a link in the description box below. Here's yesterday. Oh no, that's today. So here's the one from yesterday. Mid to late. Okay. When you're watching, see down here, there's a gray box and it says how many views, and then it's got some links and whatnot. This is what I mean. This is the description box right here. And it'll say ... more, and you can click on the more. And when you do that, there's all of the links that I'm talking about to be able, you guys, do you know how much time and effort that takes to put all that together? Hours. Right. Of course, there's copy paste from the day before. That's very handy. And then you can see a transcript if you have trouble hearing. But this is what that means. And so every video on YouTube is going to have a description box. Let's click on this one. I'm doing it right now. Video on YouTube is going to have, I'm going to put that on pause. There you can see the chat, what's going on. Okay. And then right here's the description box. And then there's more. Now, again, it depends on the device that you're on. If you're on a tablet, it's going to look a lot different. If you're on a phone, or it's really easy on a desktop or a laptop. Okay. If you're watching on a TV, you're going to have a tablet or a phone next to you to be able to see the chat and get to the links, because you can't do that on a TV. So, you use Stitch Artist to remove the background quilting behind the werewolf's head, Jeannie. So the background quilting should disappear. Oh, you know what? Yes, that's a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that. Where did that go? That went up right here. Is that it? Yes. So if you noticed, I pulled in two designs. I pulled in the background quilting, and then I pulled in the werewolf. Had I put them together in Stitch Artist with the background quilting first and then the werewolf, the background quilting would have been automatically removed behind the werewolf's head. So that's the thing. I didn't even think of about that, but yes. You were doing it all wrong. Debbie says I was doing it all wrong. Trying to get to those links. Yeah. You'll see, like Karen Brown from Just Get It Done Quilt, she says there's something in the notes below. That's what she means, the description box. And if you watch, like I watch, what's her name? Frugal Fit Mom. You know, she can run all she wants. I'm going to watch her run. But I do like to watch her little stuff she does otherwise. But she calls it a doodly-doo. She goes, it's in the doodly-doo below. So yeah, the phone is frustrating to try to find that stuff. It's you've got to swipe something over and tap the dots, and yeah, it's hard. Uh-huh. So that's something to keep in mind if you are not using embroidery software, because you don't have to. It's harder, but you don't have to. Then your background quilting will be all underneath your applique. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like you're going to see the bumps or anything, but I just needed to get this thing shot. And it was late last night when I sent it. I didn't even think about it. I should have. So, is it really necessary to remove the quilting stitches under the applique? No, Krista, it's not. It's not at all. That's a preference for embroiderers. It'll look fine. If you leave that, if you do it like this, where you just, you bring it into the embroidery machine and you stitch one and then you do an add and you stitch the second, it's fine. Easy peasy. Oh, you guys, somebody did Mrs. Claus on the Merry Christmas quilt. So the Merry Christmas quilt is another one by Amy Bradley Designs that some people are not into Halloween, and that's cool. So they could do the Merry Christmas quilt instead, and they put it in the Facebook group, and it was adorable. I want to show y'all if I can find it. I hope she doesn't mind. We're among friends here, right? Let me see if I can find it. Facebook's been acting weird for me lately. Let's see. All right. Where did they all go? Let me go up to the media, and then maybe I can see the pictures that people have put in. There we go. Can I find it? Y'all, there's skeletons and ghosts and witches all over in here. It's just the cutest thing. Oh my goodness. No, I don't see it. There she is. Okay, I'm going to share this with you guys. She did such a great job. So impressed. Look, it was Cindy King that did it. How cute is that? It's adorable. That is absolutely adorable. That is nicely done, Cindy. She's lovely. With her little gingerbread button. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, that's precious. Love it. It was very, very cute. Yeah, very cute. So much fun to be able to do applique with your embroidery machine. All right, I'm going to change my thread color to black. And we're going to get busy with the applique. Let me go ahead and turn on my iron. Change my threads here. The guys are leaving. I wanted them to, Keith was going to pay them a little extra money and get them to pull the washer, which I think they did, pull the washer and then mount it to the pedestal needle threader. And then put the washer back. And they've been here longer than just dropping off a pedestal. So I'm pretty sure that got done. I heard a lot of banging going around out there. So that I'm pretty happy. Yay. All right. So the first thing to go down are the little ears. That's these little guys. Is Cindy here in the chat? I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I love delivery, guys. You can say, hey, man, you want 20 bucks? Because Keith and I would have to lift that up and put it on the now, I don't know if you guys noticed in the embroidery design, before I finalized it, I put placement line, final stitches. And that is so handy. They're going beep, beep, beep and backing out. Okay, let's get some ears on, shall we? And these fit perfect because the line that was used for the cutting is the same size as the embroidery design. And you have to love that. Oh, I got a extra. Thank you, dear.
Good morning, everybody. Oh, I took care of everything there.
You're the man. Love this. Love you. I expected it today, but not at this hour, that's for sure. Oh, I did it a little off. While the glue is still a little warm and gooey, you can kind of massage it into the lines to make sure that everything fits just perfect. So I want to show you guys up close. If you decide to not remove the background quilting, it doesn't matter. You can't see the background quilting under the applique. So it's not that big of a deal if you decide you don't want to do that, okay? Not that big of a deal. But the whole point of rearranging the stitch order is so that you minimize your trips, minimize the number of times you have to pull the hoop out and go to the ironing board. Very handy. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. There. It's like playing with paper dolls. Did you guys play with paper dolls? I love playing with paper dolls. Hours and hours of entertainment. Yeah. Oh, is Donna Marie on here? Donna, he got your package and he's never played with blanks like that before. So I'll let you know how it goes. He said, thank you. And we got a weird jump thread that happened, and that's okay. So I'm going to get rid of that right now because we don't need that kind of drama in our lives, right? Strange jump thread. There we go. Placement line for the hair now. Good. Fun. Kathy says, good morning. She's waving over the fence. Coming in from next door. That's great. Yeah, my mom got McCall's magazine back in, remember the 60s? And Betsy McCall, remember her? Yeah, that's what I named my dress form, was Betsy McCall. I still have that dress form out in the other sewing room. Haven't used it. She's got a quilting shirt on herself, and that's about it. This is awesome. Somebody said this is all CAD, and it's absolutely true. It's awesome. Look at the precision on those ears. Hold on. Let me zoom you in. Look at the precision on the blanket stitch on those ears. Isn't that nice? I don't have to do that by hand. Okay. Let me see here. Now, when you've got these, if you're new to this, if you've got these weird little pieces, let me show you. So what I'll do here is make sure that the edges are in first. And that way you can always massage it and make it work. But like I'll just put this little bit down, making sure it fits right on the tip of the ear. And do that. Just that piece of hair. Just that piece of hair. And then look at these and make sure that these little pieces of hair are just right. Oh, this is so fun. Oh my goodness. This is also a skill that you're going to have to develop when you're doing this, is to make sure that you are right inside those stitch lines and not over, and you don't have it on wonky, because it will make a difference in the final stitch. You'll either have fabric hanging out underneath, out from underneath your final stitch, or you might have a gap between the line and the fabric, and you don't want that either. So it's best to do the little outside lines first, especially on these big pieces. Okay. There, yeah. I think that'll work. Okay. Your mini iron died last night. Oh, I'm sorry. Aren't I doing a great job on my blanket stitching? I love it. What are the width and lengths for my blanket stitch? I'm using a 2.0 for the default on mine. I'm putting 2.0 width and or length and 3.0 width, whichever. The first number is 2.0, the second number is 3.0, and then on the smaller pieces, I'll go in and make those even smaller until I like how they look. It's just better that way. And there's some tricks you can do if you've got stitches that are hanging, maybe your hidden stitches underneath an overlapping piece are not gone. You can move that piece just a little bit so until it is gone. And then you can also shorten your stitch width on the underlying piece, and that will get it out of the way as well. So, oh my goodness, I'm so happy I'm not doing this manually. Very pleased, very, very pleased. What do we got going on in? All right, this is good. Placement line for the face. Nice. What brand of mini iron is that? This is the Cricut mini iron. Frito knocked it on the floor last night too. It took a tumble and it survived. So this is a Cricut mini iron. It works great. I love it for in the hoop projects. It's my go-to. All right, let's do the face. Now, the next one I went ahead and did a bunch of placement lines at the same time. Again, minimizing trips on the iron. So it was very cool. When we left out of here to go to the coast, I put some towels in my new washer dryer combo, and I set it to wash and dry and left the house and got home, and I had a load of clean, dry towels. It's very cool. I was like, yay, this is awesome. I got fuzzies here. I should have trimmed that. It's so weird to pull dry clothes out of that combo unit. No fuzzies. We don't want fuzzies. Where's my tweezers here? Because those fuzzies, they'll be in there and then you'll have to pull them out from underneath your blanket stitches, and you don't want to do that. Okay. These little snips are from Tooltron, TOOLTRON.com. And then these are just regular super pointy Revlon eyebrow tweezers. They're great. All right. Oh my goodness, this is so cute, y'all. You can see a combo unit giving more room in the laundry room. It does, but the combo unit, they take a long time, you guys. If you're going to use the dryer feature, they take a long time. I still have my old dryer, so that helps. You're scared to leave the house with the washer and dryer running? I know. I understand. That's what insurance is for. That's what Keith tells me. That's what insurance is for. It's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's got some fuzzies. I'm gonna have to spend some time cleaning up that side of the applique. Not a big deal. I'll clean that up. Easy enough. It'll just take me a minute. Okay. Placement line for the eyes. And then after that, I've got placement lines for the lids, the nose, and something on his shirt. Oh. Okay. When you get pieces that are stuck on the base fabric on the scan and cut, you can use you can look at the back and you can see where the cut was supposed to be, because it'll give you a little, you can see where it went through one part of it. It went through the fabric, but it didn't go through the whole thing. So that's handy. And then you want to trim up these little fuzzies before, if you have any. It happens. It's no big deal. There, that'll work. Yeah, definitely putting that SF-101 behind the white first. See how you can't see the brown through the eyes? That looks great. Thank you, Margie. That's very thoughtful. Thank you. I appreciate your sticker, sweetheart. He's coming along. Yeah, he's pretty cute. Now, I will tell you, in Brilliance, we'll throw some stitches on there. You're like, what is that? It'll do like it just did when it started. Do one little dit, and it'll cut, and then it'll jump somewhere else and start going. Whatever. As long as the end result looks good, that's all I worry about. So are the fuzzies just part of the sideburns? No, El Faber, they're not. They're probably an indicator I need to replace the blade. I have been using the fire out of this thing. So sorry. No, it's all right. Perfectly fine to ask questions, Diane. That's what this is for. You're here to applique on an embroidery machine. What tells the machine to do the blanket stitch? Diane, you have to have software for that, okay? And throughout this whole process, I'm going to be showing how to use the easiest software on the planet for this. It's called Embroidery. And then, oh, what do we have next? Okay, so here's all, sorry, Diane, hold on. So here's all the placement lines for all of these other pieces. When you have placement lines, pieces that don't overlap other things, you can move that around in the embroidery design in the software so that all the placement lines stitch at one time. So that's what I'm doing now. Now we've got the eyelids, and then it's going to move to the nose and the teeth and the little shirt parts. But in the embroidery software, I turn it into applique, and then I can go over into the properties box and tell the applique, this is the stitch that I want you to stitch, and this is the length and the width and all of that. And it's very, very simple to do. So let's see. No, don't feel bad about asking questions here. That's what this is for. The more you know, the more you sew, as Amy Sew says. Yep. You guys, if you're wandering out, before you leave, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you would, I'd appreciate it very much. I so enjoy doing this with you guys. It's so much fun. Let's see. Does my luminaire have the choices of applique stitches built in? Linda, it probably does, but I don't use the brains in the luminaire. What it can do is limited. I have more flexibility and choices in Embroidery software. It's just, yeah, the best software is Embroidery. And I'm only doing, okay, so I had Artista that came with the Janome that we had. Y'all, I could not figure that out. It doesn't, it's hard. High-end software is hard. This does the same thing. I've got a little stitch hanging out here that doesn't belong. So let me pull and clean this up before I iron it on top of it. Okay. So this is a good thing to do. Placement lines for the eyelids, the nose, the teeth, and the shirt. They don't overlap, so it's perfectly fine in the software to get them, to stitch all the placement lines at one time. Perfectly fine to do that. So let's iron down some eyelids. I hope they're both the same. I don't know. They look the same. We'll see. Oh, I saw a t-shirt on a Facebook ad yesterday, and it was from some company, and it had the Quilt Diva from Amy Bradley Designs on it, and it didn't give her credit. It was stolen, some company. And everybody was like, ooh, love it. I put a comment on there. I said, this is stolen from Amy Bradley Designs. Don't buy from this company. I'm sure they deleted my comment and banned me. That nose is going to give me fits. I can see it. There we go. That's good. Now, when I get done with these, there is a little bit of finessing that you have to go in. Like there's a little bit of fabric sticking out right here. I will definitely get my little underneath his face. I will definitely get this and go in and as closely as I can try to trim that out. before I'm finished with it. So while it's in the hoop, do all those little, anything that needs a little attention is not a bad thing to go in and take care of that. It's fine. All right, so teeth. I need to cut this out. I really need a straight pair of scissors versus curved. Where are my other ones? Here. Oh, it's 8 o'clock, you guys. Well, you saw that too. I put it on our Facebook. They are scammers, Carol. I don't buy from those people. I don't like that. So, yeah, it's 8 o'clock. So our hour is up. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. And if you're watching on replay, thank you for spending your time. I appreciate it so much. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to spend more time together. So you'll get notifications and hit that little bell. And that way you know when I have put a video out or we're going to go live. But this is great. I'm going to wrap this up this morning and have him done and get back to making more videos for y'all. All right. Enjoy your day. You guys go sew something. Bye.